Levels are good. Okay. Go live. We are going live. You are live, they say. They say I am alive. Who's to say what's really happening? Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Brotherland Live, Brotherland Games. We're back on the Minecraft server on the Sunday. It's back. It's done. The holidays are over. We are here. And we're alive. We are alive. Here's the plan. So we did this thing last week where we started work on the tunnel to go to the end dimension, to the end portal. This was from the little randomizer, the fishbowl of fun, where we had a live guest. We also have a live guest today.
Hello.
Hello. So we will engage in some commentary and some chatting again. We've got 2 hours. Let's get to work. I prepped for this live stream. Gotta make sure that there's no feedback on the microphone. So we've got sandstone out the wazoo. We've got more sandstone and endstone, and we've got tons of purpur. So I might show you the farm that we were working on with the purpur. It doesn't look like anybody else is on the server. Nope, nobody else is on the server. So it's just us for the time being right now. We're gonna get going. We're gonna get to placing blocks. So let's place some purpur down, and then I can show you all the hard work that we did already. Definitely worked a lot to get all this done. But in view of the topic of the tunnel that never ends, what are some things that you wish would either never end or that you would be okay with seeing all the time? Because some things you want to end, some things I didn't prep it quite good enough. There's some blocks in the way. There we go. Now it's good. What are some things that you wish would never end? For me, I think sometimes summer is like that, right? Okay, we're gonna have to shrink down to 1 block because these ghasts are gonna kill me. Sometimes you wish summer. Oh! I wish the road would never end because that leads to problems and everyone's shooting me and I don't want. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's good. We're surviving and thriving. Okay. Whew. Okay, there we go. Got that. Now, I have to, like, cheese it. There we go. But that means I have to... Okay. Well, this is off to a swimming start. Summer. I wish summer never ended. Sometimes summer is better enjoyed. And I think that's a part of it, right? So when you are a student and you're enjoying your time, summer is a good time because you don't have to do school, you don't have to do, all this work. You can just enjoy the day, and then it's warm, you can go swimming. So summer, I feel like, is a thing that can never end, or that you would want to never end. But all things must come to an end. I don't really know what else. It's hard to justify having things that never end, because it's kind of that same idea that if they were called if good things happened all the time, they wouldn't be called good things, right? If things never ended, we would never know the joy or the pain of experiencing that moment, right? Like Christmas, right? We're talking. Oh, come on. Okay. So very sorry. Let's get back up to the surface. No. Okay. Speaking of Christmas, yes.
Are you playing with your new controller?
I am.
And there's no drift?
There's no drift. You've heard me complain on previous live streams about the controller drift. Well, this is a brand new controller. It's Santa, whom I insulted last time by saying that I don't believe in him. Well, he paid a visit to me and gave me a brand spanking new controller by Bebencool. that has a turbo function. I don't know any pro gamers out there who can kind of fill me in on what a turbo function does. I've never had a controller that has a turbo function, and I have no clue why or how I would use it. Everything I've read basically says that you can click turbo and it will click buttons very quickly for you. So they say usually you go to like a pause menu and then you can pause and unpause the game really quickly, so you can kind of do slow motion in the game. Or for first-person shooters, you want to get that in case you're, you know, firing. Oh, no, so many things that are here to kill me. No, don't you dare shoot at me. Okay. Alright, here we are. And we're dying. Okay, shh. They can't see me if I can't see them. That's how that works, right? Ah, he saw me. Oh, and there's a big boy. I don't know where the other thing went. I dropped a piece over here, and now it's gone. See, this is the stress that I wanted to avoid. Ah! Okay, let's... Oh!
Try using the turbo button!
Yeah, I wish I had the turbo button for attacks right now. I need to eat some food. I need to eat some food, recover some health. Okay, you can't get to me, right? You're too big. Okay, I'm gonna wait to get my health back up, and then we'll... This is... So, in preparation for this, I wanted to put out the path and, you know where I was going, so it's just block placement for the live stream. And it was terrible. It was so bad. I died one time, I was almost dead another time. It's just been... The Nether is not a nice place to be, but that's why we're working on the tunnel, so that we don't ever have to come back. Come on, please leave me alone. Oh, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Okay, well, let's talk about the turbo function of the controller while we regain some health. If you know anything about turbo controllers, please let me know, because I don't know how to use it. And like, there's another controller that I had for a while that had a programmable button. So on the back of the grips, there were 2 extra buttons, and you could program extra buttons to be the placeholders for that. So I understand that. Like, if you're in Smash and if you don't want to move your finger because every second counts in that, you know, micro frame rate game, then you have the buttons so every single part of your, you know, hand can be actively pressing a button. I get that. I don't understand turbo at all. But the controller is very nice. No drift, it's lightweight, it's small. Check it out, BebOnCool. Hey, BebOnCool, sponsor me. I will gladly take more controllers and sing your praises, because I've been using it now for something like 2 days, and it's been really nice. It's nice because it charges and it holds the charge pretty well. I was using it for something like 5 hours, and it only got down to like halfway, and so obviously I charged it before the live stream so that it wouldn't lead to issues of my controller dying in the middle. Okay, let's just rebuild this. Okay, something's attacking me. I am not a fan. I am not a fan of this area. Once this tunnel is built, we will never have to deal with this again. But right now, we have to deal with it. So no, it actually keeps in terms of reviews, it's a very, very nice. There are so many of these guys. It's a very nice controller that functions very well for a professional gamer like myself. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Alright there. Gonna eat so I can recover health. Whew. Look at that. And I didn't even freak out. Nope, not gonna do it. Okay, this is not good. The difference is always the controller. If you have a bad controller, you might as well stop playing, because everyone knows that every good gamer has a great controller. And it's nothing to do with skill at all. It's all to do with how responsive you are. Same thing like if you play online, it's not about how good you are, it's about how fast your internet connection is. Okay, can we stop? Can we not hurt me? Can we end this? Can we end this war? I think we're done. And then you guys will get to see the scary temple, the bastion, not the bastion, the Nether fortress. There we go. Okay. I hear more behind me. Okay. Yeah. Christmas game and gave me a good controller. That's another thing. I just got back from vacation. Vacation is another one of those things that you kind of wish sometimes would never end. Especially if you're lounging on a beach in Mexico, relaxing, or anywhere, you know, Florida Keys, whatever it is, lounging on a beach, you kind of don't ever want it to end.
Boring.
Boring. That's another thing. What do you enjoy on vacations? You know, everyone's a different vacation type of person. This sounds very loud, but maybe it's not too loud. I think there needs to be a good mix. So some people are foodies, so it's all about, you know, going to whatever specific region and trying all the food there, or trying the local cuisine, whatever it may be. Some people are more of historical, right? You go see historical sites or, you know, points of interest that are specific to that. Okay, here, see? This is the other thing that I had to deal with on building this tunnel. Oh my goodness. Okay. And that, children, is why you never walk backwards, so you don't see where you're going. I thought I did all this well. I thought I prepared ahead of time, but it looks like I didn't. I just keep telling myself, as soon as this is all over, as soon as this is all built, he's not there. He's glitching out. He's not actually... Okay, good. I'm gonna stand on this side so that I can place these safely, and I will eat so they don't die. There's the flip side though, because sometimes you get fed up with vacation. Not vacation so much. Sometimes you get fed up with the company that you go vacation on. No, it's nothing. That's nothing against any vacations I've gone on. It's just it can be a lot to be around the same people all the time. Okay.
Every company has its time limit.
Yes.
For being together.
Yes.
And the time limits are different for different companies.
I would absolutely agree with that. Yeah, I think we all have an internal tempo, internal amount of time we're comfortable spending with a specific group, because it can get so well. That sounds terrible. It sounds like I don't enjoy it. No, but that is true. There's definitely moments where you kind of reach that internal limit of spending time with a specific group of people. But that's not necessarily to vacations either. That can be...
But activity has the same tendency. Like, you can be fed up with your favorite activity, like laying on the beach.
Yeah.
You can do it day 2, 3, 10, but I bet you cannot do it forever, even if it's your, relaxing favorite thing to do. You will be fed up with that after a while.
Yeah, I think that's a very strong point that kind of ties into that the whole never ending, right? Because even the hard part though is that we also do work, right? And if it's the same, I think sometimes why people get fed up with their careers or their jobs is because they keep doing the same thing over and over, and you get that. I know that there's a psychological principle for it, of repetition fatigue, is what it's called, or is what I'm pretending it's called, because I don't remember the actual term for it. Yeah, repetition fatigue is that if you do the same thing over and over, it becomes mundane and it becomes boring or it becomes disinteresting anymore. That's the same thing. That's why you can kind of like working on an assembly line. It becomes mindless, and then you eventually you get tired of it, and you can't do it anymore because it's the same thing over and over and over. Same thing, yeah. Same thing with beaches. Okay, so beaches. You can enjoy it for a couple of times, but you still need that variability in order to bring that spice of life. I don't know exactly what it is, because you would think that it's nice and good to have a good thing all the time. Like, sure, relaxing on a beach, that can be an activity, but is there an activity that is just good to do forever? You know, so it's not a choice of an activity you're making, but something that is genuinely beneficial all the time. For you as a person, genuinely beneficial all the time. You would want to keep doing that all the time. Or would you get bored of it? You know, I'm trying to think of my internal wheels are spinning, trying to come up with an example of if you were, say,
When you find that thing, let me know.
when I find it, let you know so you can do it forever. Don't shoot me. Oh, you. Do I have enough? I don't have enough. I need to go get more. No, no, no! I am not a fan. Leave me alone. Now there's a hole. Yeah, that's right. I have to remember that there's a hole that I need to fill. You... This is one of the worst places. When I was building this, it's just because there's so many things, so many projectiles coming at you from all angles. You know what? Here. There we go. Okay, I need to get back up there so I can finish putting down the blocks I need. Need to eat. Need to eat food. Ah! Okay. Well, like, I mean, take this, right? This is something that I could do for a very long time. But I think if I did this all the time, I would cry. Don't you dare. There we go. You want to try this? You want to try your luck? Oh, what? Usually that kills him in one shot. Go away. I mean, the thing that I'm thinking of is, like, something genuinely good. Like, not brushing your teeth, but something that is beneficial to you, but also not too boring to perform. Not like eating a salad or something like that, but some sort of activity. But I think that's the... no, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like, like going to the water park, or going to an amusement park. I guess that's a finite thing, so it would have to be, in order for it to be genuinely beneficial, and also constantly entertaining, you would want it to be something that changes every single time you do it. Something that's got variability to it. Don't you shoot me, because you can't see me. Right?
Well, I think we agreed on point number one. The thing you can do forever is different for every individual.
Yes. I would agree with that, yeah. I think every person has more or less a thing that they could do forever, or for a longer time than the average human.
Yes. Then the question number 2: can you really do it forever? Like the same thing, even if it's a variety kind of changing, things changing. I don't know, like walking in the park. You can't do it forever because you get tired.
Right.
Laying on the beach, you will be burned.
You will be burned, or your muscles will atrophy because you haven't used them at all.
Yes.
You know, even if you, I mean, I've seen so many, you know, YouTube challenges, or you know, these big famous people who, you know, like, I'm gonna spend 24 hours in a pool, or I'm gonna,
Again, 24 hours is not forever. So I think we can come to the point there is no such thing you can do forever.
yeah.
Thing. So it's a set. You know, different things like you have.
But see I mean, if you think about it a different way, we do things forever. We do some of the, like, and that's, I think, sometimes what, you know, drives people stir crazy is, you know, you repeat the same process over and over. You go to work, you come back home, you eat dinner, whatever else, you know. So it's, you get into this rhythm of doing something, a cycle, and while that may not be one activity, it is still an activity that you are now doing for what seems like forever, especially for most of our lives. We do have to either, you know, we have a routine. We go to school, and then we come back home, and then we do homework, and then, you know, something else. And there's a little bit of variable changes, but to say that you're doing something different every day is not actually true. Because you do end up changing and, not changing. You do end up doing primarily the same thing all the time.
Unless you're crazy.
Unless, well, adventurous. or crazy. There we go. Alright, we're gonna, I don't just want to put it out these.
That's why we have vacation, to break the cycle.
To break the cycle. But then, and I think that's where some of our, not glitches, but in our brains, we want to continue vacationing for a very long time because it is a break from the cycle of repetitiveness. And I think what happens is that we forget that we cannot do the same thing over and over. The reason we need a vacation is because we're stuck in the same, we're not stuck, but we're doing the same thing over and over and over and over.
So what would be, for you personally, the longest vacation you can take before you go berserk?
The longest vacation that I could take before I would go crazy. I think for me, that's a really good question. Because I think I would get bored pretty quickly. If I was stuck on a, I mean, again, depending on what the vacation was, but I think in the instance of being in a bungalow, you know, being in a bungalow somewhere on the Florida Keys, and I can't go anywhere, and that's it. Like, it's just, you know, it's a private, kind of like, you stranded on a private island, you've got all the food you would need, you've got beaches and that stuff. That's not my vacation style.
Exactly.
It's not my...
So don't consider that as the longest one.
And that's the thing is, I could probably... I need to clear this out. Yep. Okay. I could probably spend... I know I could probably spend a month for sure. A month living in a European town. You know, living somewhere that's got tons of different things all the time. There's a lot to explore. There's countries next to it. I could go and I could live in Europe for yeah, for a month, no problem.
I can go for 2-year round the world cruise with many stops.
Okay. Is there a 2-year cruise? I thought there was only 1-year cruises. Don't you shoot me! Don't you are destroying everything.
I can do it for 2 years.
You
Twice.
could do it for 2 years.
Twice on a different
Routes?
route.
I could see that. I could see myself doing that as well. I could see myself going on a 2-year journey around the world. Absolutely easy. Not easy, but
If money was an issue.
if money was no issue, yes, absolutely, I could probably do the same thing and go on a cruise around the world.
What if you work on the cruise?
I would. This is one of those things. I don't know how they do it, but I would never want to work on a cruise boat because just from the things that I've seen on cruise boats and the conditions that those workers are in, would never want to do it. Ooh, I got him with his own bolt. That's great. Yeah, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could live trapped in a tiny little prison-like cell. Because the conditions for the workers are not good. Even the performers is not something... And I don't necessarily like, living in dorms either. Or tiny... Well, I mean, yes. My one-room apartment is... My one room in my apartment. It's not a one-room apartment. That would be a little bit insane. No, it's not a studio, yeah, or a flat. Isn't it called a flat or a studio? What's the difference between a studio and a flat? It's one room. Everything is, yeah. Yeah, I don't have a studio, so, but the one room that I do have, I think there's a little change of pace, the fact that I can leave and go places. In a cruise, you can't do that.
You can go places. You can go theater.
Not if you're the performer.
Especially before you must go to theater.
Yeah. Okay, yes. Yes, if you are the performer, you should go to the theater at least once a day. Perhaps more. I don't know. I have a friend that used to work on a cruise liner. And he talks about it, and he does not sing praises of it. Is that it can be fun, it's a good thing to try out, it's not really good money, it doesn't necessarily give you the like fame and recognition aspect. It's not a good, it's not a bad resume builder because you performed this show for a year. But that's one of those questions is the people that have special guest appearances, right? And it's like, oh, it's so and so that's on the cruise boat, and they're doing magic, once a week, but they only do it for whatever the season is, like 1 month of the season, or
Sorry, my point was to the question if money wasn't the issue. It was the alternative. If money is the issue and you want to go around the world twice, like in 2 years.
Oh, I see.
How about go on the boat and work there and consider that as a vacation?
I see. Yeah. So
Because your room is paid for, your food is paid for. Even if they don't pay you money, you have the same. Well, not maybe exactly the same advantages as the cruise passengers.
right, but you still get the reward.
You still get the. But I think they don't really get. They don't get out on the stops to
No.
go to the shore and explore and have the same fun as the cruise passengers because they have to do their chores on the boat at that time.
Yeah, the individual that I know definitely described it as while people are out on board, they are rehearsing. Or they are going through whatever they need to go through for the ooh, I don't like that effect. I need to make sure that I don't die. There's actually a lot of rehearsals that go into play when you're on a cruise boat. That it's not just fun and games. You can't just go do whatever you want to do. That you actually have to report to work, right? You have to go put the hours in to do the show. And again, I think for a year-long cruise that'd be a lot different, because not only would you have to come to rehearsal, but they're gonna have to change up that show or whatever shows that they put on, because you'd get bored watching an entire year of the same, like, oh yeah, Friday night cabaret, and it's always the same cabaret. Like, they're gonna have to change and do something different, so you're gonna have to learn a lot and spend a lot of your time working. But at the same time,
if that's something you love doing,
yeah.
I'm not pushing you to go.
No, I'm not saying that how would I live stream on Sundays if I couldn't? Because the Wi-Fi on board the cruise boats is very expensive. Plus, I don't think it'd be very good connection, necessarily. No, but that is a good alternative, and that's most of the time well, I guess not most of the time, because I haven't met and talked to, every single cruise performer in the world. But most of the time, it's usually something on the lines of, it's a fun thing to try out and to flex your muscles and to learn something, and then you really don't want to do it again. That you do it, you sign a contract for, and sometimes those contracts are yearly contracts, but the cruise duration is only, I don't know, a week cruise, but you sign on for that year contract to be on that boat, and you're tied to that boat. Is from the experience that, from the testimonial, it was you sign on to a boat, not necessarily a route. So then you are with that boat no matter what it does. So, you could be doing the Caribbean for the summer season, and then, in the winter season, that boat is now doing, an East Coast tour or whatever else. So it's not necessarily 100% the same thing all the time. Yeah, in terms of cost saving though, but then it's not a vacation, right? And that was where it all started, is that you want to spend a year vacationing. How long could you vacation for? And a year, you've now turned it from vacation to work. You're not really vacationing, you're now signed on to do a work study, a year-long work study. And that's just, like, I've always wanted to go and be a exchange student. Because I think that would be a lot of fun, and that would be interesting to try and do, is to go and live in a foreign country, and yes, still do school, but it would be a different experience. Study abroad, as they say.
Why didn't you?
I don't know. I still have the desire. I still want to do it. This is my trash chest. Let me just throw all my trash stuff in here. And
you can blame it on COVID.
Yes, there we go. COVID.
Yeah.
I didn't go because COVID. No, I still want to do it. Oh, something's attacking me. You got in here too. Oh, there's no safe place from these jumping magma cubes. I want to go and do a foreign study and live for a couple of years in a foreign land, with the intent of, doing schooling. But at the same time, I would like to just go and live in the place, as opposed to, having to have some sort of responsibility of, oh, hey, I have to go to school 5 days a week. Oh, hey, look, some more trash. I'll pick it up. I think I threw that away last time. Hopefully I reset my spawn point in the right place. Yes, I did. Ha 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 ha. And now we're back at the beginning. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it never happened. I just think it was a hurdle to cross that it wasn't ready to do, but it's just not something that was pressing and urgent for me. but still a desire to do. I don't know. I think sometimes we not give up dreams, but we give up things because we think, oh yeah, I'd like to do that, but then we don't actually end up ever doing it because
something else came up.
Yeah, whatever else. Yeah, life came up, or a different experience was more important, or it just slipped out of your mind. It's very possible that that's. I mean, that is. I know it's what happened. Is that I still would like to do it. It just didn't. It was just not something that. Not a priority. Not high enough on the priority list to do it. Don't you shoot me. Leave me alone. Yeah. Oh, I have to. Okay, well, we will clear this out then. I don't think I'm gonna have enough sandstone. I'm gonna have to go mine some more sandstone. Don't you shoot me. Thank you. Because I think also it can't be a specific event. It has to be almost like a state of being, right? Vacation can last forever, or
You need to give definition of forever.
yeah, because I think we already established that you couldn't. No. Leave me alone. I just need to get past this part, and then everything will be okay. He missed through it. Nice. And then once everything's covered, then they won't be able to shoot me. And it'll be amazing. I think we established you couldn't actually do something forever. Right? Because it's just not possible. So, and I like the 2-year thing. So, let's give an arbitrary long amount of time, like 5 years. What could you do for 5 years? And is that even long enough? Like studying the oceans. Like getting on a boat and then go study, snorkel, yeah. Snorkel for 5 years. You can take breaks and, you know, sleep in an actual bed on the surface, but 12 hours out of the day you need to be in the water looking down. Could you do it?
No.
For 5 years? How long could you do that for?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. This is actually a way more interesting game now of how long can you do an activity before you go crazy. Okay.
Your hands will be prickly.
Yeah.
Wrinkly.
After
After a week.
After
Or a day.
you'll never, but that's not actually a bad thing. The prickly, what are they? What's it called? It's they're not prickly. They're prune. Prune. That's what, when your hands are pruned, is how it's said. Okay. Yeah. 2 weeks. Snorkeling 12 hours a day. Once. One time. I don't know. I think I could manage. I don't know. I think I could manage if it were a job and I got paid, or if there was some sort of research or some goal with it. I could probably go. I could probably go a month. Probably go a month of that, and then I would. But see, that's the other problem I have, is that if I know that there's an end date, I will persevere through whatever it is. Most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time, I'd like to think that I could do that. So if there were an end date and it was like, hey, you have to, you know, This is a month-long research study where we need you to snorkel 12 hours a day. Now that you know that there's an end, there's no problem. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I just need to get through the month. I can count down. I mean, that's the same thing, you know, counting down the days to when I can, you know, come back home for the holidays. It's like, okay, cool. I just need one more week, and then everything will be good. One more, you know, a month left, and then I can finally go home.
And then somebody says, "Can you stay there another week?"
Yeah. And then somebody says, "Can you stay? I'm sick. Don't come home for the holidays. Come back later." Yeah. So I think there's a difference when you know that there's an end date. So if I knew that there was a month, I could do it. If I didn't know and it was just a kind of like, you know, you tap out when you're finally done. I think humans can't actually make that long of a journey. Ugh, you bumped me. I removed the wrong block.
For me, if money is not an issue,
Yes.
and I could go and from country to country, travel on whatever, trains, bus, airplanes, and explore the whole world. And that should take more than a year, 2 years, 3 years. You know, like visit every country and, you know, many cities within the country, kind of going from place to place. For me, that would be awesome. And
Yeah.
it would take, you know, not a month, not a year, but forever. Because the Earth is big,
The Earth is very big.
you know, and there's
It's the
many
biggest thing
places-
that we know.
many places I haven't seen,
Yeah.
or I would love to go back. The ones I've seen already, so
Okay. And you
and
said
kinda enjoying every place, you know, not just, you know, check, but
Right.
actually spend time getting to know people,
the area and
atmosphere.
the atmosphere.
What makes this place special
Okay. And you say you could do that for
ever.
forever. Ah, I knew that they were gonna pop out. I don't know. See, ooh, I need that. I will. Let me. Oh, is there another person attacking? Yes, there is another thing attacking me. Ugh, I can't die. I need to go pick that up. I agree. I could adapt that kind of lifestyle, especially if money's not an issue. I think that's a lot of times we say if money's not an issue, and I think that would be really interesting to go and document, right?
Yeah, make it a research.
Make it I mean, yeah,
I'm
that's.
researching this planet.
I'm
Pay me
researching.
money.
Get grants to go, and you are traveling. I'm sure that that exists. I mean, that's what journalists do. Kind of. Would you disagree?
I don't know. What kind of journalist?
Like a freelance journalist,
Blogger.
freelance blogger, yeah. And I mean, that is an occupation that you could absolutely pursue.
And
Not like you specifically,
who's
just
paying
more.
them?
Uh,
Freelance bloggers.
usually
Nobody.
usually magazines or other things that actually have the what they report to. Obviously, they're not going to blog just for themselves. They're going to blog for a specific.
Yeah, you need a talent for that.
Oh, and you're saying you're not talented enough for that.
I mean,
Would you develop that talent if that became an option? Ah, look at all these things. I have another skull. We'll have to fight the wither at some point.
you mean writing?
Yeah. If
Can
somebody
you develop that talent? Like, is it possible to develop such a talent?
to develop a writing skills, absolutely. You can, yeah. I mean, everything gets better with practice. Wouldn't you agree? Or would you disagree?
There are some people who are naturally gifted, right?
Yeah.
Write and it flows from them. And there are some people who are struggling with it, and it's you know, 2-page paper is like 2 weeks project.
Yes. But I think the more you practice at something, the easier and the better you become at it. So if you are doing something like that, right? So if you're trying to become a writer, if you devote your time to it, I feel like you can get better. Like, yes, I think there is a natural predisposition, right? So you always there are some things that some people are just better at. You know, some people are natural athletes, or some people naturally know how to dance, and so you can do that fairly easily, and it just comes naturally to them, and they don't have to work twice as hard. You know, acting, the same thing. You know, I know people who just get it, and it just works for them. And some people have to work really hard, and spend a lot of time and effort to do it. But that's not to say, this is what, smooth sandstone? I think it's smooth. Can I just throw that in here and do smooth? Yes, I can. It's gonna be a little bit. Yeah, I think sometimes. Can I do it on the table? Is it the same speed on the table? I hope so. Is it the same speed on the table? Can I make smooth sandstone? Cut sandstone, 4 for 4. Yes, is that the same thing I just made? Yes, okay. Excellent. That's gonna be so much quicker than this saw table. Yeah, I don't know. I think anyone can develop a talent naturally, and obviously you'd be starting off not too prolific at it, but then it would get better and better and better, I think. And then you'd be able to actually go out and do it and make it nice and make it work. So that's the question. Would you pursue and develop that talent? If the offer stood and they said, "Hey, we want you to explore the world and blog about it. We'll pay for all your expenses. You just have to submit the blog once a week. We don't care the quality of it in the beginning. Obviously, you'll get better as it goes."
Yeah, definitely.
You would do that. If the offer was on the table to do that, absolutely no problem. I think anyone would, actually. I don't know why that's even a question. If somebody came up to me and offered me a job that was all expense paid and I was traveling, I would absolutely do it. Ah!
Some people hate traveling.
Ah!
Just, yeah, you shouldn't assume for everybody. Some people just, don't like to. They don't like new unfamiliar things. They get stressed. They don't know the language. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. It's stressful.
Yeah. It's a nice friendly reminder that not everyone is built the same way, because I think you and I, no problem traveling. Absolutely. If there's a chance to go explore a new world and learn new culture and kind of adapt, easy. Absolutely something I would love to do. But for something like, I mean, there's got to be another version for the opposite of it, right? Meaning, like, I think for you, right, one of my, not dreams, but one of my hopes is that I could do this. If I could live stream and just talk about whatever and do this all the time, do this as a full-time job, I would absolutely do it. Somebody said, "Hey, I just need you to create content." Oh, you blew it up. You blew it up. You stupid ghost. Ugh. Yeah, if somebody approached me and said, "Hey, we like what you're doing. Why don't you do more of it and we'll pay you? I would do it. But I think you would have a hard time doing this. Right? If somebody...
Yeah,
somebody...
I don't know.
But see, that's the issue. If somebody told me to go do a different game, because I love Minecraft. This is a lot of fun. It's creative. There's, you know, you can program inside of it. There's a lot for my brain to do because there are so many different options for me to pursue in this game. So that's why I enjoy it.
You mean if somebody would ask me to put puzzles together for money?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. So if somebody asks you to do, but your job, should you choose to accept it, is to assemble puzzles. I'm a firm believer in full puzzles, and I hate seeing puzzles broken. I need you to assemble every puzzle that I give you, and for every piece that you assemble, you'll get $1. Ooh, that's a fun... Would you assemble puzzles? If for every, like, so if it's a 500 piece puzzle, you get $500. For every, you know, if it's 1,000 piece, you get $1,000.
Oh, I would be so rich. In 2 years, I would go travel around the world.
And you wouldn't even have to blog about it.
Yeah.
Would you say, how long does it take to assemble a puzzle for you?
Not too long.
Okay,
Shall
let's
we time it?
let's make it more difficult. The puzzle is there's no picture on the puzzle.
I never look at the picture.
No. There's no picture on the puzzle. It is just a white square that has been cut into puzzle shape.
No fun.
No fun, but you get $1 for every piece that you connect. Right, so if you finish the puzzle, you get that amount of money for finishing that puzzle. Would you do that?
That will take longer. So the profit is lower. I will not be able to save enough money in 2 years. I will probably have to work on that for 10 years to go around the world on the money I earn this way. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
It's not that fun with no picture. But
with no
yeah,
picture,
I
yeah,
could do it.
but you could do it.
I could do it.
No, I think, I mean, I just wanted to, because putting together a puzzle with pictures is easy and, not easy, it's fun. Because you can see what's going on. Okay. It's just random, it's like trying to keep focused while there's random surprises. Like, it's like getting it's like a psychological experiment. Like, every so often you get an electrical shock. There's a monster. No, I would, that would be an interesting study. To put people to make puzzles without any pictures. Well, yeah, I know there are. That's why I said it. Because to assemble them and have that, you know, how long could a person, again, the whole idea of how long can somebody do the same task. You'd be assembling puzzles.
But they will be cut differently, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, different patterns on each puzzle.
Yeah, every puzzle piece would have to be a specific pattern. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to assemble it.
No, I mean, one big square, white, cut one way. The next one shouldn't be cut the same exact way.
No, it would be different.
It would be different.
Especially because you'd have to go up and down in puzzle values. So, a 500 puzzle would have to be cut differently than a 10,000 piece puzzle. So no, yeah, I think, and another 1,000. No, they would be. I would assume that they'd be cut differently, and they'd be different styles. Like, you know, there's the spiral puzzle where everything is rounded, and you have to. That would.
I don't think you can make much money on that because without picture, unless you are a special person who, you know, just naturally sees how they go together. Or if you're someone like me, you know, just regular puzzle.
You're not just a regular person. You are extraordinary.
I mean, a regular puzzle assembler.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Just ordinary puzzle assembler. Medium skilled. It would take, I would think, if there's no picture, 1,000 pieces would take months. Well, if I don't have to work, maybe.
But you'd only be getting 1,000.
Yeah.
Right. So 1,000 a month is not
nothing.
good.
For me, it's not a good.
I mean, it's good for me. Like I could live off of 1,000 a month if I had to, you know, if my one job was to finish blank puzzles. I could do that. I could devote 5 hours a day to, you know, plugging things in, and then, you know. I think without a picture, it becomes it becomes a very different question, because it's no longer, you're taking whatever enjoyment of the process out of it, because there's no satisfaction. You are.
Shapes are also interesting. It doesn't have to be. It could be. I just never put, blank puzzle together, so I don't know if it's interesting or not. Maybe it is, especially if the shapes are irregular and in some ways are interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen puzzles that are every single piece is unique. Is this one every single piece is unique? But with every single piece being unique, that's actually not too bad. Because...
Shall I assemble this puzzle upside down?
What do you mean upside down?
Like the back side up, not looking at the pictures. Just for, fun of it, just to time myself. Because every puzzle has a picture, but the opposite side doesn't have a picture.
I'm losing I don't have my boots. I don't have boots. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have to make some new boots. This is a problem.
How do you make boots?
Let me check if I have some spare boots. What is this? No, these are bad boots. That's tools, this is boots. Do I have any regular... That's that. Okay. Feather falling, protection, depth strider, unbreaking. That's not too bad. What is this one? Depth strider, blast protection, good. Feather falling, good. Unbreaking. But that's part of a set. Can't break the set. These are good. These are good. Protection 3 is not bad. Feather falling. I need soul speed and an iron ingot. Okay. We're making a little detour because I don't have any boots. Uh-oh. When did they break? I didn't even hear them break. I need boots to protect myself from everything. Wearing boots just makes life easier. Ugh. I'm all purple and then a little blue. I thought I had boots in the beginning of the episode. Maybe all those enemies hitting me was what destroyed me. So we're gonna run home and make some boots. So to make boots, you have to get diamond. You have to, well, that's the best type of boots there are diamond. Well, that's not true, because I'm about to make them better. For anyone who doesn't know how enchanting and making armor is, let me walk you through it. You need armor to protect yourself, and the armor can actually be enchanted. So all of these different enchantments have different things that they do. So for instance, my helmet has protection, which protects you from everything standard. It reduces the amount of damage your character takes. Respiration allows you to breathe underwater for a while. So instead of you have to hold you hold your breath, this would allow you to be underwater for like 10 seconds before you start losing air. Aqua Affinity makes you mine better underwater. Unbreaking just increases the durability of the item in question. Mending allows you to use experience you get from killing things to fix your armor. So that way you don't actually have to fix it yourself, you can just take it and it will fix it for you. And then that's the same thing. So the boot, and there's specific enchantments for specific items. So like the boots, obviously you can't put the water breathing on the boots because you don't wear it on your head. So this one has feather falling, which decreases the amount of damage you take from falling from great heights. And Depth Strider makes you move underwater quicker. So with the new update that they released in the summer, I believe it was summer, yeah, it must have been summer, they added a new form of enchantment, which is Soul Speed, which I believe should be in here. Do I have Soul Speed? Soul Speed 2, 1, 3, there it is, Soul Speed 3. And so how you enchant items, you have to go grab some lapis lazuli, which you mine in the ground. Oh no, I guess you don't have. Sorry, no, I don't know how to actually how to do this. That's for creating new books. To enchant the books that to enchant the armor you have, you get on an anvil. So there's an anvil. Oh, I have to take my boots off first. You put the boots on the anvil, and then you throw the book with the enchantment on it, and then it will add that enchantment to your boots. So now I've got Soul Speed, which lets you run on sand faster. And now what I'm gonna do, I should have the, yeah, I should have it in there. Now I'm gonna make them even stronger than before. So in that same update where they added the new enchantment for the boots, they also added a new material. Netherite. Netherite. It's the hardest to find item in the game. And so what I'm gonna do is gonna put my boots, put the netherite, and now they're even better than diamond. Boom, they're upgraded. They are now
Diamonds are the girl's best friends.
I've never found that to be true.
You haven't met the right girl.
I also don't talk about, I don't see women or girls. Well, they say
They're invisible?
I've never seen a girl or a woman. It's just not something that I've had the pleasure or the horror. I don't know. I've never seen one, so I don't know if it's good or bad to see a girl. That's
talking about Nether, right?
the Nether.
In the Nether?
Oh yeah, no, I've never seen a woman in this game. I mean, that's not technically true. I have seen.
There are?
Well, the other players can dress up like women, or women can play. This is not a male game. This is anyone. This is an anyone game. Oh, you can't open because of the thing.
Characters are not gender specific.
No, you can change skins anytime you want to. So if I wanted to, I could go here and change my appearance. I could be a cloud. Yeah. Or a girl.
How's that a girl?
The long hair.
Okay.
But I don't want to change. I don't want to change my appearance. I like my bearded individual. Is that all the sandstone I have? I'm gonna have to get more sandstone? I'm gonna have to get more sandstone. Boo. I was really hoping I would have at least a decent amount. Ugh. And this is where we need the saw blade to convert these last two into sandstone. Boop. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I think. Oh, did I do? Oh, I did the top one. I know I have to do this one. Okay. We were on a talking point, and now it's gone out of my brain, and I don't remember.
Me talking about putting the puzzle upside down.
Oh, putting the puzzle upside down. Yeah, you could. There it is. You could test it to see how long it would take you to build.
I was going to, but then I realized that it's all hypothetical. No one actually paying money for putting puzzles together. So why would I waste my time for such a hypothetical thing that will never happen?
I mean, I'm not about to offer to pay you $1,000 to assemble this puzzle upside down.
Let's.
If I did that, I would want you to film yourself while you're doing it the entire time. And then submit all the videos so I can cut and edit them together and like say, hey,
Time lapse.
a time lapse of how long it takes an above average person to assemble a puzzle upside down. Actually, I might do. I don't have to pay you. I can do it myself.
Darn, here goes my money.
There goes the money. Oh man, I'm gonna need a lot more sandstone. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot more. A lot more of that. Oh, but I can work on the purple stuff. Okay, and last little bit. This was hours of work of mining and getting this all collected so that it could be done. But look at that, the tunnel is building itself. I mean, I'm building the tunnel. It's not building itself. It's me. I'm doing it. But it's nice, and it's at least it's protected from this side, so nothing can see me and nothing can shoot me from that side, which is always good. I think let's do the purple stuff. I think we do the purple stuff. I should fly. I don't know why I'm not flying. Ow! That's why I don't fly. Because I get hit in the head and then my helmet breaks. Ooh, I need to repair my stuff. Because this is no bueno. I always find that interesting. I don't know if this is just something that, you know, that we do. Or if it's something more... Oh, I did this so stupidly. Oh, man. I have to do that, don't I? Ugh.
What is it that we do?
Well, I was getting there.
And who
I was getting there.
Oh.
I don't know if it's in the Midwest or not, but we replace certain phrases with Spanish words. Muchas gracias. Ah, it's muy bien. Or, más. No más. What, I mean, it slips into our expressions.
Does it?
It slips into my expressions.
Okay.
I say it, I make substitutes all the time. I'm like, ah, yes.
Maybe it is your personal problem.
Who says it's a problem? Why does it have to be a problem? I don't know. It seems, and I've always wondered that. I always wondered if that's just more, oh, but I'm not going to be able to do it that way. Ugh, this is annoying. Because now I have to do that, and then, okay, well.
You've probably seen it in the movies and you're repeating it.
Oh, so I'm just copycatting from the movies. Is that what's going on?
You get inspired by...
Ooh, that's a better word for it.
Of course.
I get inspired. I don't copycat. I'm in spirito. I don't know. But I've had many people do it, so it's not just me. It's like it's not substitution. We just, I mean, it is substitution. Enhancement that we, I mean, it's not like we're. I need to fix these shorts. Because if they break, I don't want to make new ones. I mean, I can make new ones. It's just an arduous process. No, but a lot of people I know, it's like, ah, yes, gracias, or whatever else, and we'll use a word that is not our language or not our first language, and then we will not even. Well, I mean, I'm talking generally. Not yes, it's not my second language. It's not even my third language. I would say French is my possible third language because I know more French than anything else. But like Spanish is not my second language at all. But and I think it could be geographically. I think we do have a Latin community here. Hispanic, Latinx though. It's I think Latinx is more inclusive than Hispanic. I don't think so. I looked it up because Latino talks about it coming from Latin America, and Hispanic is anyone who speaks Spanish. So yeah, I think Hispanic is more of a
closer to the term because Latin America speaks other languages, and you were using muy bueno, which is Spanish.
Oh, I can do it. Cool. That makes it so much easier. I thought it wasn't gonna work that way, but it does work that way, so excellent. this is gonna be so much easier. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just that it's that blending of cultures. That, you know, we have that. There's at least that sort of population and that existence of that language here that allows it to be something that is not out of place.
So you think a place like New Orleans, for example, would use French words in their everyday speech?
Yeah.
Moving into?
I think especially if that's a common language or a common population, like if that minority or that, you know, that collection of people. I don't think if there's a minority present that it has a big influence on day-to-day life or on other things, I think you would adapt that language and incorporate it into speech. I mean, like, that's the thing is, other cultures do it with English. Yeah, a lot of things, a lot of countries now will have like substitutes for like English expressions because it's common on social media or on, you know, relevant news topics. Like, thank you, which is, you know, very, very American, the American English. You leave me alone. You leave me alone. I'm working. Don't hurt me. Thank you. Or like, I'm trying to think of another English expression that could work for that. Okay, or okie dokie. I don't know. I think that's something that we've adapted to kind of, and that could be. I mean, that's interesting because that's kind of keeps. Oh, where? Okay. Kind of continues that development of us as a global community, right? Because we're blending all these things together. That we have, you know, other people are doing English language, we're adapting and changing words from other languages and kind of adding them to our vocabulary. So we become very unified through the use of language and other things like that. I don't know. I am excited for it. I like having the ability to use other languages. This is so like thread the needle. Like I have to make sure that I hit it just at the right point. All right, I'm out of those. Would you agree or disagree?
It's not functional, so I don't know.
What's not functional?
Well, using words from another language just, you know, in your speech.
How is that not functional? Well, I'm just.
It doesn't add value. Like for me, it does not enhance my language. It's like if I use muchas gracias from time to time, it's more like a joke, or you know, I don't know.
Like an appropriation almost, or not? More so.
I'm doing it for fun. I'm not doing it for, you know, enhancing my language or trying to portray my connection to another culture. It has nothing to do with another culture. It's just, you know, it's a fun phrase.
I will fix that later. I can see that. I mean that I understand actually. That it's just something that you're borrowing, and it's not necessarily like you don't have a. But I don't know. There's certain like I know there's words in the examples that I know of are German and Japanese that have specific words for like complicated emotions or feelings. I can't remember. Like there's a German word for feeling like you are in a forest alone, or that feeling that you get when you're in a forest alone, or something like that. Like there's very complicated words that mean a very specific thing. And I think it'd be interesting to add more of those to vocabulary so you could better express yourself.
Possible.
But then, I mean, even still, think about this. We borrow and steal all the time in languages. Or at least English does. Like rendezvous. Like, oh, hey, make sure to because, like, RSVP is rendezvous. No. RSVP, reserve. I don't know, what does RSVP stand for? I can't even think of it. Return service. Very, 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 very. Please. Respond. Respond, sir. Very please.
But you were trying to use the French phrase here.
I know.
You lost your point.
I did. I lost my point. My point's not lost. It's the like rendezvous.
Rendezvous, yes.
We use the word rendezvous, and we have an English definition for it. And in French, it means something different. Doesn't it? Or is it the same meaning?
It should be the same meaning, otherwise it's totally crazy.
Well, anyways, we use it.
Borrow a phrase from another language, use it in your language, and assign different meaning to it.
Is it that crazy though? Because that's what we did. That's what, you know, Russian and French is. Stop blowing my stuff up. Stop it. I hate this. And now I'm breaking my own stuff. I just want to finish this. Ugh. That's what they did with French and Russian.
Example?
Because their word bibliothèque, bibliothèque,
Yeah.
is a bookstore. But in Russian, that means the library. And then their word librairie is the library as it is defined in English. Ah! Oh, I'm in lava. I'm in lava, and I'm gonna die. I'm gonna lose all my stuff. My shoes are probably destroyed. You know?
I'm thinking.
You're thinking.
First of all, bibliothèque
Bibliothèque, yes.
is also borrowed word from, is it Greek or Latin? Not a French word.
Right. It has
Because
it's
Libra is what? Is it it's Latin.
Libra
right?
is scales, yeah, or balance.
It's not a book.
It could actually mean book,
It's a book.
but then why is the symbol for the stars? What's it called? The one where you're either an Aries or whatever else. What's that called? Your zodiac.
Yeah.
A Libra is the woman holding the scales. Oh, and probably a book too. Never mind. Yes. Okay. So book. So I agree. Yes, book.
So it is borrowed from, I think it's Greek. No?
It's Greek as opposed to Latin. You think?
Well, biblio.
Biblio is book
is
in
book.
Greek.
And Libra is book.
Libra is book in Latin.
Latin.
Probably, yeah.
So the problem here is mixed up sources. You know, the confusion comes from before. Not that, you know, Russians and French borrowed from each other and changed the meaning. They probably confused the meaning earlier in the borrowing process. You know what I mean?
Interesting, yeah. I actually do know what you mean. I don't have any of those.
Russian word bibliothèque from.
I think so. I think biblio is Greek, and then Libra is Latin. I believe. I don't know. I have a computer right in front of me, but I refuse to look.
You're busy.
I'm very, very busy. I have to go get more sandstone now. Because I'm all out. And this thing just broke, so... There's 2 more. 2 more of those. But now we have some lights. I should go get some more. I'll get some more lights because actually I have the lights made, so I can at least finish the lights of this so that it doesn't spawn any unnecessary creatures. And then I think I'll finish up this. I think I'll finish this hallway on my own, so that way it's just done, and then we can work on the redstone of it next time, or go get a new mission and try something different on next week's live stream is going to be in the new year. How crazy is that? Right? I'm thinking of that correctly, right? The date. Yep, everything's good. I'm not too crazy. Any verdict on what the origin of bibliothèque versus librairie is?
Libra, they only talk about...
The zodiac.
Well, Latin, Libra is balance.
Yeah, that's okay.
So
that's what I
it's not
thought.
a book.
It's not a book, but it's balance.
Okay.
I was like, I thought that was right.
And
No. He came through with me, didn't he? Yes, he did.
Oh, it's Liber, not Libra. It's Liber.
Liber, what do you mean, Liber?
The book in Latin.
Ah, Liber, okay. And book in Greek is?
Biblio.
Biblio, yeah. Liber is Latin for book? Interesting. Because there's a English expression that's libertine. And it does not mean anything to do with books. It's more like, like scandalous almost, libertine. Maybe I'm using that word incorrectly. I only know it from a musical, so.
Well, in English, I think there is there should be a root for the word liberty, not coming from the book, but from something else. And it's also not the scale. So there might be English origin of that liber.
Liber instead of the.
Or
Makes
some
sense.
other origin because, liberated liberty, being free,
Free, yeah.
does not really compute with the book.
It does not compute with the book. I can't remove that. Shoot. I just need to fix these shorts. Oh, there's somebody up there that's pressing the button. Is there anybody online? No, it's just me. Nope, just me. But it is still librairie. Librairie?
Well, yeah, the words transform.
Transform, yeah. So instead of... I can't remember. There was one of those... I had one of those aha moments. I love etymology. Etymology is one of my favorite things. Of knowing the root words for things. And then seeing how that, like, circa means to go around. Just to circumnavigate. Just to navigate or travel around. So circumnavigate.
Circumference.
Circumference, which is, I think it's measurement. To measure around. Yeah, ference, like infer, and like to measure, to understand. Circumcision. Cision is to cut around. And that's why we say in like history books, circa 800. It's around 800 that happened. I'm trying to think of another one of that I remember. That was actually probably my favorite thing that we did in English class was etymological root words for the week. You would learn one thing and then you would have to define everything. And then at the end of the month, you get a little test about all the different words and the different etymological things. It's excellent. It's okay. You're Googling very important things for us. Okay. That's about halfway. I think that should be fine, but this is an automatic spider farm. There are 2 spider spawners up above that all fall down. The spiders fall in the water streams, come into here, and then they land here on this platform and get pushed by the water up to me. And the hard part with cave spiders is that they're very small. They're only half a block tall. So you have to make this trapdoor trick because trapdoors are a quarter and the slabs are halves, and then the only window is half a slab, like a quarter of a space high, so they can't escape, but you can still reach in and hit them. So that's for this. And yeah, I think we're good. Oh, I just threw away my pickaxe because I pressed the wrong button. The cool thing is that it's toggleable. So if I come over here and toggle the on-off switch, this is on a timer, so it will open and close the door, which kills the spiders automatically. Did I pick up all the experience? Yeah. And then you can actually come here closer and kind of whap them in there. And still get the experience for when they die. Oof. I love building XP farms. This is one of my favorite things to do.
Maybe you should have become a farmer.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Starting with ant farms.
Ant farms, yeah. So yeah, there he goes. That's now my pants are nice and fixed. Good. Let's throw that back on there, and we'll go grab some more lights because we need some more lights for the rest of the tunnel. You can hear the clicking of the nice brand new controller. Just gonna take them all, and then we'll figure out how many we need. And then any extras we'll bring back here. And there's tons of end rods over there, which is great. Or blaze rods. These are end rods. There's tons of blazes since there's a fortress over there, which is perfect because then you can just, you know, I can go create another farm and farm some blazes to get some more end rods. So this tunnel is very important to us. Just like just like figuring out if biblio is the Greek word. That's something that I could do, is study etymological roots.
Or to be a linguist.
To be a linguist?
Isn't it? The profession?
I suppose.
Linguists are doing this stuff. I don't think you're wrong. It's a nice way to put it.
It's a very democratic way to put it. I don't think you're wrong. Political, sorry. Let's not make it about one specific party. It's political. It's a politically correct thing to say. Like, I don't think you're wrong, I think. I wonder what everyone would say is their thing. And I think that's to kind of to wrap it all the way around and to make a lesson out of it. I think knowing what you would love to do forever, or for an absorbent amount of time, is very helpful to know kind of who you are, what you want to do. Because I think if you can answer that question of, hey, this is what I would be, this is what I could do for the rest of my life, I think that should tell you something about what you should pursue. You know? So obviously you love traveling.
Yep.
But you don't travel for your work.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Well, I don't think anyone's traveling right now for COVID reasons. But knowing that and knowing that that's something you enjoy doing, why not tailor what you do in your career based around that? Because we're kind of in a point to where you could do that. There's so many careers and so many things that you could pursue that you shouldn't feel limited that you can't do that, especially if you enjoy doing. No. Leave me alone. You broke things. Ugh. Stop. No. 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 I hate you. I hate both of you.
Alphabetic.
Done. Are you gone? Yeah, you are. Okay. That's fine. Just kind of fix it up a little bit. There we go. Get out of here. There's another one. He disappeared right as I shot him. I think too often we forget what we like to do, or we kind of not give up. I think it's kind of that same thing of priorities, right? If I wanted to be a exchange student, why didn't I ever go be an exchange student? I think it's not that people lose their dreams, but kind of they let them go for something that means more, or for something that's more important and more of a priority. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I don't want anyone to feel like they didn't get to do something in their life, you know? Especially if they love to travel. Why not encourage them to get them to a point to where they could travel for a year?
I think, well, for me, it's like, I don't know how. I can't see how it is possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that, I don't want to do it, or I failed to do it, or just I didn't figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like a great idea.
But the logistics of it are.
But how do you actually do it?
I mean, the same thing can be said about, traveling abroad for me.
Yeah.
The amount of work to get that completed and done was too many steps or too much process. Not too much process, but it's more work than I was willing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Or, the logistics of it of, could I even do that? What country would I go to? Yada yada yada. How would that fit into my schooling? It's much easier because the path here has very little resistance, as opposed to going somewhere else. That's gonna have to be it's a nightmare of things that I would have to do, or so I think, because I haven't looked at it, And same thing, right? It could be actually very easy to just go and travel for a year, but because you haven't looked at it, you have no clue.
And there are also things that I have to give up.
Yes.
In order to do that, I have to quit my job, right? Because I don't think they would just let me go for a year.
I mean, unless they ask you to blog for them, which it doesn't feel like it's gonna happen.
Or family.
Yeah.
Can't do it because I have people that depend on me.
Yeah.
Unless I take those people with me. And then it becomes logistical nightmare.
Yep.
They have their own lives.
Lives and wishes and desires. Yep, it's
Yes.
not. It's no longer what you imagined it to be.
Yes. Or health issues or something, there's additional things that other people need.
Yeah. But it's still important to know that you have support to go do that.
I have support to do that?
Well,
From where?
At least emotional support. Emotional support from me.
Okay. I know.
I'm emotionally supporting you deciding to do this. If and when you ever decide to do this, that's you have my blessing. There it is. I thought it was glitching out. Ugh, so many of these things. So done with you guys. Done. I'm done fighting you. You just make things so difficult. But hopefully with the lights, you'll spawn less frequently. Dun, 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 dun. I should have measured how long this is. But now we're not getting any of those enemies over here, which is great. Which makes things a lot easier. There we go. That's all cleared out. Now let's put the lights in. Yeah, we'll be fine. I think it's a... yeah. It's a yeah. It's a yes for me. I think a lot of people will be itching to pursue what they want to pursue once they have restrictions released from them. Specifically COVID, I think. That people will be more willing to go out and do what they want to do and pursue that.
Shouldn't talk about vaccination.
Sure. You want to talk about the vaccination? Let's talk about the vaccination.
Would you be willing
to get vaccinated? Absolutely. I think there's a little bit of a double-edged sword with that. I think we're going to have a lot of people who were very anti the vaccination for obvious reasons. Or not obvious reasons. In America, we have people who are very much anti-vaccine because they believe that they're controlling us with vaccinations. Or that they're injecting more than just what's in the weakened disease. I would be willing to get vaccinated, yes. I think the fear is that we're gonna have to be vaccinated.
That it's mandatory.
That it turns into a mandatory thing, yeah. And that you won't be able to do the things you want to do unless you get vaccinated. And I think that's people's. I did that incorrectly. I think that's people's fears. Is that we're gonna get a mandate to be vaccinated.
That the free will will be taken from us.
Yes. That you won't be able to go out unless you have a... And that's what I was thinking of, like, is it going to be one of those vaccines where you can see that you've been vaccinated? Or are you going to have to have...
That's another thing people are afraid of, that they're going to mark you as vaccinated person.
Vaccinated.
Or do you, like, vaccination passport?
Like a card?
Yeah.
That you get, like, that you've been vaccinated? But then again, vaccinations don't work forever.
Exactly, that's why you're talking about passports and, making marks on them. Put in the dates. Vaccinated on such date.
Well, because you have to have vaccinations to travel.
Some places, some diseases, yes.
Yes.
You can travel some places with no vaccinations at all. But yes.
I think we're in a moment of change. Like, I was watching some video recommended to me on Facebook by people who shared it. It was like this whole conspiracy theory that the government is being controlled, and there's, people running it from behind the spotlights, and this election was clearly rigged, and everyone, regardless of what side won, you can tell that things were wrong, and this is a symbol and a sign that there's other powers at work controlling everything that we do. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, and 2 people I know shared it. 2 people from 2 different areas, 2 different circles of friends shared this video, and I was like, I I'm very skeptical of theories.
Do you believe in any conspiracy theories?
Do I believe in any conspiracy theories?
Do you personally believe in any conspiracy theories?
I believe in aliens, if you consider that a conspiracy theory. I believe our government isn't telling us everything.
No brainer here.
No brainer. I would not say. I would say I believe the government knows about aliens and isn't telling us. So that's a conspiracy theory I have. I believe. I don't know if I believe any other ones. The hard one for me to believe is the lizard theory. I believe in the Illuminati. I'll say that.
No, like secret society?
Secret society with that, you know,
With
control with an agenda, with, you know, with the in charge, the, you know, government officials, famous people. I could, again, not necessarily believe. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's say that. If it came out, would not be surprised. I would be surprised if there were lizard people. Like, if people were actually aliens that, you know, resembled lizard. That would be genuinely surprising. I'd be like, I really? Because that was, you know, people theorize about that, but no way. But with the Illuminati, like, if there was a giant secret society with a hidden agenda about, you know, moving the world and dictating what happens, and that everything is actually just, you know, under their control, that wouldn't be that surprising to me.
Then it is surprising to me that you don't believe that vaccination it has something extra in it to mark people and control them, because I think it goes along the same lines. It's the same theory. That, you know, people control everything.
What?
And one of the ways they control is, you know, through...
He's stuck. And he's annoying. Let's just say this. I don't think we're aware of how it controls. I think, and I'm okay with that.
Denial!
Well, I mean, it's
nice to live in ignorance.
Oh,
agree.
come on. No, I'm just saying, I mean, like The Social Dilemma, Netflix show about targeting ads and how, you know, social networks work. Oh my goodness. Very clearly we are being sold. Our data is being sold. Everything is marketed to us. Every single second that we watch something, we get, oh, look at that. Look how perfect it is. Right there. Boom. And this is the end of the line.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. All the lights are done. Boom. You know, we are being marketed. I get that. And at the same time, yes, unsettling that we're being, you know, every single interaction they time how many seconds that we're watching this or doing that. Is it unsettling? Absolutely. Can I do anything about it?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I mean, people who believe that you can make a difference, absolutely, you can. Yes, you can go petition, you can go, you know, we gotta stop this, you know, no more invasion of... We can do that, we can try to make a difference. Because I believe there's a society that controls everything. I'm like, you know what? If they wanted to end it, they would end it. So I'm kind of living in a point of complacency of like, well, I can't change it. The secret society runs all the rules. Same thing with the vaccination. Does it have a tracker in it? Is it, you know, is my blood now forever radiated to, you know, do I have a number assigned somewhere deep inside of me that, you know, I'm serving a greater purpose? Sure, absolutely. Can I do anything about it? Not really. I want the vaccine because I want to get back and, you know, enjoy life or whatever other reason. But it's the same, see, and here's where I'm gonna get you. It's the same thing as believing that there is a cosmic being who is in control of what you do and can guide you through life.
But he gave me free will.
He gave you... Do you think... yes, 100%. He gave you free will. But, and that's how I think.
And I'm free not to use it.
You're free not to use it. So this is where I think the issue lies, is that we get so caught up in like, conspiracy theory, the government is evil, the government's out to get us, when in actuality, religion is also teaching you the same thing, except that they sprinkle some other things on there, like he loves you very much, or I'm trying to think of another example, like he knows what you're gonna do and he loves you anyways, kind of saying that you still have free will and you can do whatever you want to. There's a positive message on it, but the idea that there is something controlling and something dictating the parts of your life and you have no control of it is even present in religion. So who's to say that a conspiracy theory about a secret society that's doing the same thing that we have no control over, why is that unsettling? And why is...
I will not be surprised to
know that there's...
If they ever come clear.
If they ever come clean about it, which why would they ever tell us about anything like that?
And they decide not to be secret anymore. And, come out and say, yeah, we were actually controlling you all this time. I would not be surprised in that.
So, I don't know.
Whereas with, when you say religion, you're really talking about Christianity here. Because not every religion has the same... Not every
religion is the same. And
has the same,
core beliefs.
Yeah. And your point is of, predestination versus...
Yes, but I'm also talking about, like in... The idea of having no control and being okay with no control is still something that is pretty evident in a lot of religions.
I disagree about having no control. Because I think the whole point of Christianity is that you have a free will. And it's like nobody's controlling you. They're like... desirable things expected from you if you follow because of your inner change. It should come from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no controlling part. I think that's where you a little bit
lost.
Confused.
Stop destroying my stuff. Not you. I just need to move. I mean, yes. It just more of the fact that there are things that are out of our control.
Yes, that is. Things are out of our control, but it doesn't mean that we are controlled. You hear the difference?
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. I hear the difference. Yeah.
Yes.
I will say
there
that
are always things out of our control.
Yes. I think just because you're not wrong. I'm just trying to find my point again.
Yes.
And the message that I was trying to say is that more of like the secret society, religion offers a reason for the things that we can't control. I think that's a better general term. Does it make sense? What I'm trying to say?
No. Well, it maybe makes sense. I didn't get it.
Like, in the theory of the Illuminati is behind and is controlling these things that are out of our control, and we are just the result of that. In religion, bad thing happens to good people because of sin, or because you didn't sacrifice to the correct God, or because of your own actions, the way that the universe works. That's more philosophy than it is religion. But the idea, right? So like in Catholicism, you pray to a saint to get a result. or the patron god of Greek mythology, right? Thunderstorms happen and floods happen because Poseidon is angry. That they give you a reason to describe the things that you can't control.
Okay.
Right? And so one is, because people are imperfect, that's why there's bad things in the world. The other one is, because this god is angry, this thing happened. So religion also offers a framework for understanding why things happen that we have no control over, just like conspiracy theories also say there are things that are happening and we have no control, and there's a reason that these things are happening. And we can justify, why are there so many, allegations towards these, famous people, or where did that famous person just disappear to? Oh, well, that's because the secret society had no use for them, so they wiped him off the map, right? So it's the same. We create a frame of reference to be able to rationalize the world around us. It's the same thing with religion. We subscribe and we listen to that because it helps us. Yeah, I know. I'm using my hand. I stopped playing and deep dove into this because this is
heated conversation. Whoa.
It's not a heated conversation. Come on now. We find things to help us describe the world around us.
Yeah.
And I think religion does that really well, just like conspiracy theories also really do that really well, is that they offer you an explanation for the world around you and why things happen. That's what I meant. Not to say that, yes, the free will point of the religious act. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was the comparison I was making. Which is, I mean, still, it's an interesting thing to consider that, conspiracy theories could be your religion.
Oh, yeah, and it is.
Some people, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. It is easier to do that and to
and it's a nice religion. You don't have to sacrifice anything. You don't need to bring sacrifices.
That's true. Yeah.
To your conspiracy god or something. You just listen and believe. There's no involvement from you personally.
No, yeah, that's I would say that is accurate, actually. That they're in okay, let me put this back.
It's a lazy substitution for religion.
A lazy substitute. Wow. Listen to the judgment in that. Yeah, conspiracy theorists, you're lazy. You're not giving it your all like us religious folk. Oh man, that is a strong claim. Yeah, I understand. I would agree that. What? Agree with you? No, I'm not 100% agree with you. Let the record stay. I do not 100% agree with that. Just more of that. Conspiracy theories don't require you to sacrifice anything, whereas religions usually highly recommend, highly persuade you. Expect. Ooh, that's better than highly recommend. Expect you to do some sort of sacrifice.
Yeah.
Give up for the greater good. Give up something for the greater. Give up for the greater good. No, yeah, give up something for the good of everyone, or for the good of yourself.
Yes.
Whatever it may be. I need to go. No. Nope. You're not shooting me today. You're done breaking my beautiful tunnel. Oh my goodness! What is going on? This game is glitching so hard. Can't keep up. I am just falling all over the place. Oh, looks so good. Looks so good. Gonna move some stuff down from there, and we might be approaching the end of the live stream. All of my resources have been exhausted. The tunnel keeps getting blown up. I need more sandstone is what I need. And then more... What? Sandstone? Time's up. Oh. I might, yeah. Well, approaching the end of the live stream. Because 2 hours is a long time to focus. For some people. For some people. Some people it's easier. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Let's figure out the distance, actually, because I can measure it. This is what, 7? I think it's the end of this is 700. Yes, this is 700. So 700. And then we'll do the old switcheroo. We'll jump through the portal and get attacked by things. Get off my scaffolding. Get off of my scaffolding. You, stop attacking me. There we go. Bum-ba-da-bum. Oh, I can carry all of this. Good. Make it easier, so we don't have to carry everything individually. Boom. Okay, 700 I said, yes? I'm just asking the universe. You weren't paying attention. It's 700. $700, and then the start of the tunnel is at, once we get there. This is a really good playlist for anyone trying to study. This is I really enjoyed this. The playlist, it's a Spotify playlist.
Oh, you have advantage of hearing the music.
Yes, unlike you, I have music going through my ears.
Okay.
And for everyone watching, they also listen to music.
Okay.
Only you have the disadvantage of not being able to hear the music. It's fine. I'm not upset. Not upset, just a little disappointed. Okay, where does this start? It starts on 30-ish, 30, negative 30 to negative 700, so it's 670. 670 blocks. Oh boy. Okay, well, there it is. Alright, exhausted our resources. We've got that. We've got that. Everything in here also needs to be sorted, so I will sort that, and I've got that here. Well, there we are. Folks, thank you. Here, I'll scoot back in the tunnel that we've been working so hard on. Oh, look at that. So pretty. So pretty. Stare at the light. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining into this live stream. It's been a lot of fun to have you all here, to be able to talk about religion and things not ending and vaccinations and every crazy thing screaming about being hit. I love it. We'll be back next week. Next week we'll be in a new year, so hopefully we'll have some new things to talk about in the new year. As always, leave this video a like if you enjoyed the content. Leave a comment if you want to see something else, or if you have some opinions or questions or concerns or anything else that you have. Subscribe to know more things coming on the way. There is a new episode coming out soon. We had some Christmas fun, so recorded some Christmassy things, so hopefully get a poem up. It should be either out today, tomorrow, definitely before Tuesday, so check out the channel. Be sure to come back. There will be new stuff on the channel. Also, there's going to be some other stuff coming out to the channel in the near future, so keep your eyes peeled. Subscribe if you want to know when that comes out. Guys, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for joining. I will catch you on the flip side, and I will see you when I see you.